quite some time, so bear with me. This is going to be a different Rants in our pants, since 1, I don't have Krista or Marquise with me. 2, I'm doing this from home, and 3, I'm celebrating Friday the 13th all weekend by, why? Playing the F-13 game, of course. So I figured, what the hell, let's run a little bit of a mini rant, since I wasn't there last week. Now, normally I do not play with other players, not because I don't want to, but because I'm really not that good at this. Plus, I don't need people half my age pointing out that I'm not that good at this. Personally, I'd love to play with other players, but I'm shy.
Make
so
them
let's
remember, Jason.
Let's talk about a few things.
Make them suffer.
First and foremost, yes, we are now under a national emergency because of the coronavirus. So I'm going to treat Jason like everybody else right now that's pretty much fed up with the coronavirus by pretty much destroying the fucking thing. No, I do not have the coronavirus, just in case anyone's wondering. But let's talk about it. Basically, I'm not even gonna lie to you folks. I've never lied to you folks. Not even gonna start now. I don't know enough about the coronavirus to give an opinion, one way or the other, of whether we should be panicking about it or not. In my house, my girlfriend thinks everyone's blowing this way out of proportion. I'm on the fence about it in a half and half, basically half and half mode. I think people are blowing it a touch out of proportion, but at the same token, I understand why they're blowing it out of proportion. You've got basically something that's, highly contagious. It spreads really fucking fast.
Don't stop,
but at the
Jason.
same token,
They deserve to die.
It's
make them suffer like
different, in my opinion, than the flu. I mean, if you look up all the symptoms, runny nose, cough, fever, trying to think of what the fourth one was. All of these symptoms basically mirror colds, flu, and someone's trying to rig the phone. Oh, lovely. And I already wasted my... Oh, you motherfucker. You're not gonna... No. Not on my watch. You're not calling the po-po on my watch. But yeah, basically all the symptoms of the coronavirus are the flu. Or a cold. Hands down. Hands down, that's it. You got basically people wigging out over something that happens every fucking year. And that is the cold. That is the... God bless the rain. Anyway, you got people wigging out over something that does happen every year. The difference in this case, though, is that how contagious this is.
Make them pay.
So, I can kind of understand people's, thoughts on trying to stay away from people who have it. But at the same token, here's where it gets nuts to me. You got people stocking up on toilet paper, on canned goods, on water, like it's the fucking apocalypse. This is where I think we're going a wee bit overboard. I'm gonna say a lot, because I don't have anything prepared, so this isn't like our normal broadcast. But anyway, I digress. You got people fighting each other over rolls of toilet paper. And to me... Oh, you little... you got people, fighting each other over rolls of toilet paper. And... Oh, shit. trying to remember if it was... I'm pretty sure it's globally at this point, because I've got friends in Canada that are talking about how people are just
They deserve to die.
stocking up on
Make them
toilet
suffer
paper
like
and shit like that. But when... Pardon the pun. But when you are literally fighting people over a packet of toilet paper, we're exceeding the realms of normalcy and going right the fuck into insanity. And of course, who's to blame for this? And at least as far as I'm concerned, the United States. I'll give you a clue. He's orange. Thanks in no small part to a spray on his hand. He started out, and if you don't know who I'm talking about, I'm talking about fuck Trump.
Kill for mother.
He started out by saying, essentially, that this was nothing more than a hoax perpetrated by the Democrats to derail his re-election bid. Okay? Yeah, they got in contact with the Chinese government, said, hey, is there any chance you could start a virus that'll, you know, be really fucking close to the flu, but we're gonna make it sound like it's the end of times? Can you do that for us? Oh, and Italy, can you get on board, close your entire fucking country? And, oh, all you other people, I really would appreciate it if you fucking just started sniffling like crazy. That would be awesome. So, oh, and you people over there, the ones, on the verge of death, please, 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 die. That way, I can make it look like the Democrats are trying to, you know, ruin you guys. Again, he's an idiot. Just like I am right now for letting him escape. Anyway, so he comes out, says it's a Democratic hoax. Then as hours, no, not days, hours go by, they realize there's actually a problem here. So then they come out, oh, don't panic, we'll be fine, it's not as bad as you think, which technically, I will give him.
Oh, God!
It's not as bad as you think,
They want to take you
but
from me, Jason.
just
Don't
to go
let
and
them.
backtrack a little bit, they don't want anyone getting tested. They had testing kits, but no one knows where they are. They didn't say anything about testing kits until the press conference a few days ago. And let's get to that just for a moment, shall we? Because you have the testing kits, which have been there pretty much the entire fucking time. Oh, come on. But they're not saying anything about them. They're basically saying, okay, don't panic. We're gonna have some testing sites available. Use common sense.
Yeah.
Don't rush. Don't rush.
Yeah. Kill for mother.
Yet, Trump... Oh, I am getting so out of the... all over the place because I'm playing this game. But you got Trump basically saying, you know, don't panic, use common sense. You had Pence basically sucking his dick, saying, you know, he took charge, he took charge. No, he got caught basically having people demand to know why he didn't take action. And, you know, now he has to do something. He's forced to do something. So he comes out, basically makes it look like he is doing the end-all, be-all.
Make them suffer
End-all,
like
be-all of trying to save the country by limiting, blocking travel from out of the country, doing this, declaring this national emergency, and we will overcome, we will overcome. And then, when a reporter calls him on disbanding the group that was supposed to help monitor this and all this other nonsense, he said it was a nasty question, and he takes no responsibility. I can't say this enough. I don't care if you support the man, for whatever reasons. And honestly, it still shocks me there are people that do support that motherfucker. That being said, I don't care if you support him. But this guy is taking no fucking responsibility for not treating this even a remote bit seriously at first. By making it look like this was something that Democrats concocted? I mean, really? And now people are yelling at him. And like I said about the testing kits. My 2 cents is, folks. And that's all it is worth, really. It's 2 cents. It's just one person's opinion. But this administration has fucking failed the American public repeatedly. And it took the flu, a very heightened version of the flu, I think, for people to get the picture. Yet you still got people who, because he's calling for a national day of prayer, that's not going to work unless you're using soap and sanitizer, to bring us together. Yet he still goes out of his way to divide us. Wake the fuck up, people. Anywho, moving on. And if you haven't realized what I'm doing, I'm trying to play every Jason. Hi, I'm... Sorry, my phone went off. It's listening to me talk, and it's like, you want us to find people to slay? Done! So, and yes, I play easy mode. Why? Again, I'm not that good at this. So, to sum up the whole thing about the coronavirus, I really firmly believe we have a right to panic a little. Not a lot, a little. Because, look, you got universities that are closing down. I don't know if they closed out for the rest of the year. I know the NBA and NHL have suspended their season, basically, for the duration. I wonder how that Utah Jazz guy feels. Oh, look, I'm touching this, I'm licking this, I'm touching this, yeah, coronavirus, and he fucking gets it. Awesome. Tom Hanks fucking gets it. His wife fucking gets it. I think Trump has it. If you listen to his 2 press conferences, if you looked at Mike Pence, they both look like they fucking are sick. To me, that would be cosmic karma justice. Please, I want to see him hurl on live TV. Or at least sniffle. Instead of sniffling because he snorted a line of Sudafed. But you had the NBA, NHL suspend their seasons. You've got the WWE doing shows live with no audience. You got game shows doing things without a live audience. You got talk shows doing things without a live audience. My sister and brother-in-law's bowling league got canceled because of the coronavirus. Bowling! Bowling, people! Ay, ay, ay. Life has to move on. It really does. I get it. But we don't have to stop living because of the coronavirus. Wash your hands. Use sanitizer if necessary. Don't forget that some people out there need sanitizer, so please don't hoard it all. Other than that, just take care of yourself. Just take care of yourself. Now, moving on to other things, if you're an avid listener of Rants in Our Pants, you know I have many interests. One of them is what I'm playing now, Friday the 13th. Another is, I love watching YouTube and a lot of the To Catch a Predator content. I've talked about it a lot recently because it's one of my escapes. If you ever want to watch really good content, check out West Most, Baked Salmon,
Jason.
Joey's Teacap,
Make them suffer.
Clobbering Time, Teacap Recipes, Kelp Pill. I know I'm missing a bunch. Digital Goon, check him out. Suit Yourself, check him out. Some of those aren't all focused on To Catch a Predator content, but they do have really good content. Now, there is a scourge. I call him Vince the Dick. If you call him by his last name, he'll dox you and yada yada yada. He'll report you. Biggest pussy on the planet, in my opinion. Anywho, he used to be the whatchamahoosit. Oh shit. I thought I turned off the lights here. Anyway, recently, he has been going on a tear. He was the former producer for Chris Hansen and the Have a Seat with Chris Hansen. He got fired for saying some questionable bullshit. Oh, get her, get her, get her, get her, get her, get her. Just before she hits me. Haha. She already probably called
That's my boy. Hunt them down.
He got fired because he said some questionable things, made some questionable moves.
Oh my god!
On top of everything. And before he got fired, he doxed several people, and if you don't know what doxing is, it's basically where you're giving away people's information. Where they live, what they look like, all sorts of shit. So he gets fired by Chris Hansen, and this guy goes out on the biggest bitch baby I won't be ignored, Dan! Bullshit tirade by basically creating a dummy account that says it's Chris Hansen's website. Excuse me. You have him basically going out on a tear, making continuously... Excuse me, maybe I do have the coronavirus. No, seriously, it's just... not going the right way. Making homophobic remarks, continuously trying to harass West Most. He's also doxing a few more people now. But basically, he won't go away at all. It's like, what the holy fuck?
No!
Oh, for God's sakes, they all have fucking pocket knives?
You know what your gift is.
Anyway.
No matter what they do to you, you cannot die. You can never die.
Instead of just fucking cutting his losses and basically going away, he just continuously tries desperately. This is... Oh well. Instead of cutting his losses, yeah.
Hunt them down and make them pay.
He basically continuously just makes it worse for himself. And I'm of the mindset now where this guy, I personally believe, he is going to seriously continue this until it ends really bad. And by really bad, he's like continuously stalking people online. And mentally, I'm thinking, this guy, how far is he going to take it? How far is this motherfucker going to take his rejection and hatred of everything that made his life go wrong? Which was himself. It was his own doing. He did this to himself. But yet, he refuses to believe it. Sorry. Sometimes I get distracted by the kill.
They deserve to die,
okay, so,
Jason. Make them suffer.
In my humble opinion, it's like, dude, stop. Because you're making me think you're gonna go out of your way to fucking kill people. Much like Jason here. Where did the power box go here? Oh, I see. Oh, close the door on her. I should just head back the other way, that's where it's going. Yep. So, back to Vince the Dick. Oh, look at that. Hi. So, Vince has allegedly mob ties, allegedly.
Yes. Kill for mother.
And I only say allegedly because that guy just seems too stupid to have ties to anything, even a garbage tie. So that's why my fear is that this guy's going to probably take this to a different level, because he won't fucking shut up. He's got friends like this.
Don't stop, Jason.
And I'm gonna mentally do the air quotes here.
Make them suffer like
this guy named Chris, who looks like an angry man. Little does he know, there's other people out there that are angrier than he is. Yes, I'm one of them. I just don't sound like it right now because it's still early for me. That being said, he's now doxing. I think they're what is that asshole's name? Onision? He's doxing them. Why? I have no idea. Oh god, they did call time. Now, tell me.
Don't stop, Jason. They deserve to
but
die.
It was white splatter on the
Make
on
them
the bed.
suffer like we.
Oh look.
Please, no!
Damn!
Take you from me, Jason. Don't let
And
them.
he sprayed, which means he healed himself. Fuck. Anyway, I really shouldn't have done this while playing this game. I get distracted way too easy. Back to it. Anyway, Vince, who it would have been easier just to go away, gets these alleged friends of his to help him go after people, doxing anti-Onision people, and basically
That's my Jason.
business as usual for Vince.
That's my
Business as usual.
special boy.
So, I'm gonna do this the best way I can. I doubt Vince the Dick
That's my good
is
boy.
listening,
Mommy
or
has
even
a
watching.
reward for you. Come home.
But I'm going to make this as simple as possible for Vince. Walk away. If this is in fact you going out of your way to continuously harass all these people because it didn't work out for you. You were called out on your bullshit. You were exposed for trying to pass off work that isn't your own. I wonder how you were in high school. You got fired for being a subpar producer who got a bigger head than your fucking bulbous nose and let it go to your head. All that power, Vince, all that power, and all you had to do was just fucking produce. It was the Chris Hansen brand, not the Vince the Dick brand. And once you were exposed, all you had to do is fucking lay low, go away. It makes me wonder how much of your outside of YouTube, outside of web, this, that, the other thing, you know, your educational career, how much got thrown away because your ego just wouldn't let you go away quietly? If you would have laid low, maybe the internet would forget. Even though you can always find shit that'll be dragged up years later. Just ask any celebrity who said something stupid, and when they come to a change of heart, their history often comes back to haunt them. That I get. But all you had to do, Vince, was fucking go away. Cut your losses, take care of your wife. I'm assuming you're married, and I'm assuming what you said about her health conditions are legit. All you had to do is just cut your losses and go. But you're like that crazy fucking ex that won't take rejection well. I've dealt with them. Believe me, they were psychotic bitches. Okay? And that's what you're being, Vince. A psychotic fucking bitch that didn't let it sink into your skull that the relationship did not work out. You could have just found something better and just gone on, but no. That attention, that power, and yes, I'm doing air quotes, that power, you couldn't let it go. You got a taste of celebrity, if that's what you want to call it. You said there was no such thing as bad publicity, but I can't help but think that this publicity didn't help you at all. If anything, it just made you look like a sociopath. A complete and utter sociopath. So, take my advice, Vince. Since you won't meet me for a YouTube pay-per-view fight, and just to give you the tale of the tape, I already know what you look like. And if you watch our show on YouTube, you know what I look like. I am a overweight lesbian. Okay? I do work out with weights and can hold my own in a fight. You would have a fair shot. Okay? Assuming I lick her up. Tell you what, I'll slam a bottle of wine before the fight. That'll give you at least a decent chance. But since you won't, you blocked me on Twitter. You are very limited as to who you'll accept. You know, because I have other accounts. Believe me, I monitor you, sir. Not in a creepy way, but you're worse than the Real Housewives of Orange County, New Jersey, and fucking New York all wrapped up in one. You're even worse than Keeping Up with the fucking Kardashians. That is mind-numbing reality porn. Nothing against people who watch it, but God, I don't understand how you can. But Vince, if you won't face me in a YouTube pay-per-view fight, much like KSI and Jake Paul, or whoever Paul, both of them are equally retarded. Oh, no, retract that. Both of them are equally redundant. Much better. Since you won't do that, let me put it out in this simplest of terms, Vince. Cut your losses. If your fiance, wife, whatever she is to you, is still with you, and is still standing by your side, even though I don't understand how, with how you're acting, and she's had a legitimate health issue that really should require you to pay attention to her, focus on her. Focus on fixing your fucking life. Don't focus on what could have been. That you, yes, you threw away. No one else threw it away for you. You fucked up. No one else fucked it up for you. You fucked it up for yourself. Cut your losses, move on. Okay? Cut your losses, move the fuck on. You might be a happier man if you just fucking do that. Do I think you'll do it? No. Not at all. If anything, I think at the best you'll do is you'll just continue to fill your diaper, bitch about the rash, and wonder why everyone's jumping on your shit. That's what I really expect from you. But let's hope for a miracle, shall we? I really hope this is the last time I have to talk about you, Vince. I really do. You were fun to mock, but now it's just sad. Cut your losses and go away. Rebuild your life and go away. Alright, now that we've touched on that, hopefully for the last fucking time, but I doubt it. The last thing I want to touch on, before I close this out, kind of a rant about what I'm currently playing. Yes, Friday the 13th, the game. A while ago, the lawsuit started between Victor Miller, whom I support big time. I mean, the man has a right to his material. Sean Cunningham says, no, he wasn't an employee, he was like an independent contractor. The court's already ruled in favor of Victor Miller, but Sean won't let it go. And because of that, the court case has dragged on for, I want to say, close to 2 years now. And because of that, the game I'm currently playing, you might as well say is...
They're here, Jason.
Dead?
Find
for
them.
lack of better words and no pun intended. They won't do new content, even if the lawsuit were to end tomorrow. They will not, at any time, create new content. Not even a new rock, a new tree, or, sadly, no Jason X. That hurts. Because I got this game as a gift over 2 years ago. And when I got it, the virtual cabin which you go to said, coming soon, Jason X. I'm like, oh, I get to play Uber Jason. I get to play Uber Jason. They even showed it. And at the end of this video, I'll show it to you guys.
Yes.
Assuming I
Kill
can.
for mother.
That was stupid, Dad. But because of the lawsuit, because Sean Cunningham, right now, Sean Cunningham, okay, he could easily stop this. He has what you call, Victor Miller would have the copyright, royalties to the United States. Sean Cunningham has it overseas. To me, that almost sounds like that would be almost a win for both. They both have fucking, you know, a piece of the pie. You got toys, you got movies that are waiting to be made. Yeah, I know, what could they possibly fucking do with Jason that hasn't been done? He's been already shot into space, i.e. Uber Jason. But you got toys, you got what could have been more games, you got basically all sorts of things that could be done But they can't be done because of this fucking copyright lawsuit. And what angers me more than anything, okay? More than anything about the whole fucking lawsuit is the game. Because I love this game. Yeah, it sounds a little disturbed. Oh, there we are. It sounds disturbed that I love the game. I'm going around as Jason, killing counselors, and all sorts of other nonsense. Okay, I get it. But to me, and no, I don't know enough about gaming either, so my... Oh, how did I fucking miss? Oh, you trying to hit me, hippie? You trying to hit me, hippie? Hit me. Anyway. But to me, the lawsuit was news. Before it even hit, okay?
Yes. Kill for mother.
So basically, they knew it was coming. And these guys still pimped the fucking game. All these soon-to-be updates, all these packages. There's a thing called, I think it was Paranoia, that they couldn't do because of the fucking lawsuit. All this stuff they knew about with the lawsuit coming, but they still pushed ahead. And then they wondered why the community, a good portion of it, was pissed off, and some of us still are, that we'll never get Uber Jason. We'll never get him. Because instead of doing things... Well, that was stupid, I don't even care. Instead of doing things where we could have gotten Uber Jason and they could have worked the bugs out later, they went for something they could have done later, which was the dedicated servers. They could have done that after that. You don't need to worry about the lawsuit for the dedicated servers.
They
or the engines,
die, Jason.
I think is what they were all saying.
Make them suffer.
You didn't need the lawsuit to work on that. If the lawsuit happened, and it did, they could have worked on the engines, in my opinion, even if the lawsuit happened. But instead, what did they do? Instead of giving us downloadable content, giving us Uber Jason, new maps, what did they give us? Something that still really doesn't work very well. And that's the whole thing with the dedicated servers. So it's almost like we got nothing. People disagree with me, and that's fine. I don't care. But I think we got nothing. Let's see if it does that. Nope. Some of these kills in this house, for some reason, come out like sparkly rainbow.
That's my boy.
It's
Hunt
so
them down
special.
and make them pay.
But do you like opening the door? So instead of getting a new map, which I would have loved to have had the Grendel, I would have loved to have had Camp Forest Green, which is essentially Camp Crystal Lake, they just renamed it. Instead of getting anything new, Paranoia, salt mines, I don't think exist. And in case you're wondering, salt mines is essentially where if you play against other people and you keep bailing out because you got killed, or you're Jason and you got killed, or whatever, and things aren't going your way. If you keep ditching repeatedly, they essentially send you to a place with other people who basically do the same shit, and you can't get out of there until basically you've learned your lesson. Basically, it's like a timeout. That doesn't exist anymore. But what do we got instead? We got dedicated servers and engines. Woo! They still don't fucking work. Yay! They'll still work on bugs, but I've caught a few playing in the offline bots. I don't mind them as much. They're kind of amusing. Like, for instance, if I were to grab a person outside the cabin by a window, I'm finding I'm going inside the cabin. That makes sense, doesn't it? Teleportation at its finest. Anywho, so my rant is this. It's not a good rant, and I apologize humbly. But to me, even though it's too late, there's nothing they can do. I really wish Ilphonic, Gun Media, instead of giving us these search engines, why do I keep saying that? Because I'm old. Instead of giving us the dedicated servers, instead of giving us the upgraded engines, they would have pissed off people still. It's honestly, this is the one thing I will agree that they couldn't win. You'll still get people pissed off that there's bugs and shit. But at the same token, at least the content would have been out there. There's really nothing. Once I get to a certain point in this game, I think the highest level you can go is 150, which I'm really close to. Once that's done, what do we got to look forward to? What is there truly to look forward to? I'm never gonna see Uber Jason. I know, wah wah wah. I'm never gonna see a new map. I'm never going to see...
No!
I'm not gonna see...
Yes.
Anything
Kill
new.
for mother.
They won't even give you Savini Jason, which, for the people who donated to the game, they got Savini Jason. For the Kickstarter campaign, they got this really awesome Jason. It's completely original. It's what Jason would look like if he escaped from hell. And it really is sweet. I'll never get to have that because I unfortunately didn't get a chance to donate to the Kickstarter campaign. I don't know why. I know I'm as shocked as anyone else. Me, one of the ultimate Jason fans, I didn't contribute to the Kickstarter campaign. It's kind of funny. Sad, but funny. But there'll never be an Tom Savini Jason.
No.
They can't even give that to the people. Which, again, to the people who donated, I guess fair is fair. You know, they donated, they should have the rights only to be the ones to play the Savini Jason. Same token, though, they had Savini Jason for 2 years all to themselves. Let us play too. I'm never gonna see it. That's fine. But it still burns me to this day that we'll never see any updates for this game. Not a single thing. And that's sad. Yeah, I know, I'm whining, I'm just complaining, but I sound like Eeyore. But I really love this game. But my fear is once I get to 150, and I'm really close, I'm at level 148 now, I'm gonna lose my love for it. I'm still a Friday the 13th fan, so I hope the lawsuit ends eventually, because, you know, I'd love to see some of the movie concept ideas that they've got. Like, Tom McLaughlin, who's got one coming out. Oh, you missed me, bitch. Yeah, Tom McLaughlin has an idea for a Friday the 13th. But I guess in the meantime, all we got,
That's my Jason.
besides the game,
That's my special.
is we get fan films, which are great. Some of them are... Never Hike Alone, watch it. Vengeance, watch it.
Come to mommy,
watch it.
Jason.
Watch it, Jackson.
Come
watch
to
it.
mommy.
Slash and Cast has a fan film coming out. The Fall of Camp Blood, which I contributed to that one. So, I'm looking forward to that. Let me take you to the virtual cabin, because I don't know if it'll let me show you Uber Jason, but you'll at least get to see the Grendel, and you'll see why. To this day, it just pisses me off that, as a fan of this game, never gonna see it. Never gonna fucking see it. So you've seen some of the other maps I've played, and that's great. Now you know what I play with. Don't touch that one with the 10-foot pole. But you'll see why I'm upset. To this day. Yeah, I should be like Vince and let it go. And move on. And to some degree, I did. But it's still disappointing and sad that what could have been will never be. Alright. Now, let's just look around, just for fun. As you can see, I already finished the virtual cabin. There's... poor La Chapa. Oh, want to see something cool? I didn't know about it at first, but if you watch another interest of mine, Joe Bob Briggs' Last Drive-In on Shudder, I love Joe Bob Briggs. I remember watching it on the movie channel back in the day. I remember Monster Vision. He now has The Last Drive-In on Shudder, and this is his mail girl. When I realized that was her picture, I was like, yeah! I love Darcy. Anyway, moving on. I really should reset this, because it was kind of fun to play the... Oh, Chad, Bugsy, don't get up. I know my way around. Stay where you are. Okay, so, see how you got this door that says coming soon? Here you go. This is what could have been. This is what would have been the map to the Grendel. This is fucking kick-ass. This could have been awesome. And as you can see... this would have been awesome. The Grendel is the name of the ship that Jason is taken aboard before reawakening. It is also the name of the monster in the Old English poem Beowulf. I hopefully said that right. In that poem, Grendel, aggravated by the sounds of revelry, attacks the Great Hall, killing many men before being mortally wounded by the hero. Grendel's mother, angry at her son's death, seeks revenge. Ultimately, Beowulf, again, sorry if I butchered that, tracks the vengeful matron to her warren at the bottom of a lake, slicing off her head, and the head of Grendel's corpse resting in the watery grave. Sounds familiar. Now, unfortunately, yeah, we'll never see that. And you won't see Jason X, because I already opened the door. But let's go back in just in case. Maybe, just nope. Because that's the one I came in. So unfortunately, yeah. But I might be able to show you what Jason X would have looked like if he's still in the hall downstairs. Or in the basement, I'm sorry. Let's go back. Why am I... Did I get into a crawling position? There we go, sorry. Hello again, Darcy. Another victim. So yeah, this is the Hall of Jasons, I guess you could say. Can't remember which one that is. I think that was part 3. There's part 2. Little Jason. That was my boy. His name was Jason. Ah, here we are. So yeah, this was Uber Jason. And we'll never get to play him. And that just fucking... Even the backside, yeah, not backside in what you're thinking, but still. Oh, and there's the Savini Jason. Let me back up. Isn't that awesome? That is fucking kick-ass. 2 Jasons I'll never get to play. Yes, I'm being selfish, but I'm not the only one who'll never get to play this Jason, and I'm not the only person pissed off that they'll never get to play that Jason. And I doubt sincerely, even if they were to do something, you'll never get to play Jason as a boy. So in short, too late. I know that's usually long story short, but either way. In short, just this mini rant was brought to you by the letters F and, well, that's one letter. I digress. Again, this is Sunday. I'm off my game a little bit. It's my day off from work, and it's a non-show day, so... Oh! Before we go, I'm going to show you something kind of cool. Yep, more victims. Mitch and Fox. This is here somewhere. I wonder if I can start it. I doubt it highly. Well, anyway. One of the things in the virtual cabin, when you had to continue it, is you had to try to find certain patches, okay? Now this will take you up to, I believe, his shack. But you had to go here. You had to stay on the path. If you deviated from the path even a little bit, yep. That used to scare the fuck out of me. Anyway, I'm trying to remember how to get out of this. That ain't it. Anyway, long story short, too late. Coronavirus, wash your hands. Keep a respectable distance, but don't hoard to the point where you leave other people without. It's not the apocalypse, people. Vince, get a life. Get a fucking life. And Friday the 13th, please end the lawsuit soon. I'd love to get, and I know I'm not the only one, but I'd love to get a few new movies. Maybe get a few more toys that come out. You should see my collection, folks. It's ridiculous. And Ilphonic and Gun Media, I still fucking hate you. I'll still play the game, but I really wish we could have gotten Uber Jason before this lawsuit came down. It's still the one thing about this game I really wish, really fucking wish, wouldn't have been tampered with. Anyway, until this coming Saturday when I'll be back with Krista and Marquise, I'll see you then. Until then, keep your rants in your pants, folks. Leave game? Why, yes. Yes, I would like to leave the game. Yes, I would like to confirm that. Kind of bumming that I just did the call off and I haven't ended it yet. Haha. Anyway, keep your rants in your pants, folks. Hasta luego. Still, what the fuck? Yeah, dead air. But I'll say it one last time. Until Saturday, keep your rants in your pants.